most accurate. Now your TV5 First Alert forecast.
Good Sunday evening. It's not Sunday evening. It's Sunday morning. Yikes.
Certified most accurate. Now your TV5 First Alert forecast.
Good Sunday morning, mid-Michigan. Across the area, we've got temperatures already headed into those 60s for us, and we're going to be headed into the 70s going into this afternoon. We'll even have a few areas into the 80s, and we're talking a lot more about the 80s as we go through the rest of this forecast. Here's the forecast takeaways moving through this 7-day here. We're talking about how we've got another fantastic day for outdoor activities. We're heating up big time as we go through this coming work week, back into the upper 80s and lower 90s. Again, it sounds like a broken record here. There's not a whole lot much else to talk about. The rain chances as we go towards the turn of the month gradually increase, but even then, so light and so much of a small chance that they're not in the forecast just yet. We'll talk about that in more detail coming up. Here's a look at our Bay City camera pointed out towards the Saginaw Bay. Overall, pretty calm waters. We've had a lot of boaters out already this morning. Fantastic boating weather for us. Shouldn't be swimming out there just yet. Still too cold for that. Air temperatures in the inner bay making it into the 60s for this afternoon. Outer Bay and open Huron still holding in the 50s, but our land temperatures, we're going to already see those into the middle 60s right now, and as we go throughout the afternoon and into the evening, getting into the 70s, and a few folks even making it into the 80s. So overall, pretty nice forecast. Looking at our hour by hour, you can see that we still have those winds generally coming off of the lake with an easterly component there. So our areas along the lakeshore still going to be talking about those cooler temperatures going into the afternoon compared to everybody else. But the further away you are from the lake, we're going to be back into those middle and upper 70s. We'll even be talking about the lower 80s as we go into the later afternoon hours, with a few of those middle and upper 70s approaching the lakeshore. So we will be able to warm up a little bit today. We have a little bit of cloud cover out there at times passing through, but overall still mostly sunny for us. And as we go into the evening, another fantastic evening for outdoor activities. Temperatures still holding in the 70s before sundown. Clear skies, dry conditions, light winds as well. Going into the overnight, falling down upper 40s, lower 50s, climbing through the 60s and eventually the 70s by lunchtime. Could even have a few folks already starting on the lower 80s by lunchtime tomorrow. And going into the afternoon, taking a look at those middle 80s for a lot of folks, especially for areas, again, away from the lakeshore. It's also more likely that we see those 80s spread a little bit further through mid-Michigan, so areas closer to the lakeshore might be able to get a little bit warmer going into tomorrow. Overall, lower to mid-80s for tomorrow. And then as we transition through the rest of the week, we're warming up big time. But with that warmth, we don't have a lot of rain to come with it. So we're talking about very, very little chances for rain. In fact, right now, we don't have any rain chances in that 7-day forecast. This right here is what the accumulated rainfall looks like going out to this next Sunday. That's 7 days of rainfall accumulation, and there's nothing on the map here for us, essentially, for mid-Michigan. What that means is, even if we do get a couple of rain chances at the end of this week and going into the weekend, it's still not likely to be enough to really help out the dry conditions in that drier situation that we have across mid-Michigan. Take a look at the 7-day forecast here. Dry for the entirety of that forecast and getting warm for us as well. Lots of sunshine, lots of warmth, a dry warmth. It's not going to be very humid, so that'll be good for anything that we have planned outdoors. But that does mean any moisture that we have will easily evaporate, leaving us drier and drier each day, likely continuing into the following week as well. We are seeing the pattern become a little bit more active as we go towards the weekend and especially into the following week, which might support some better rain chances for us here in mid-Michigan. But for right now, the next 7 days looking warm and dry, very summer-like as we head into early June.
Stay with WNEM TV5 on air, on the go, and online for more news and weather updates.